Theo's troubling actions intensify. James uncovers something unexpected, and George spends time with Christina. Viewers are eager to see if Lisa Swain and Carla Connor will at last become engaged in the coming episodes, but will it happen or not? When a mysterious woman arrives with links to Becky Swain's unanswered puzzle, what direction will events take? Meanwhile, Todd Grimshaw becomes unsettled by Theo Silverton's harmful behavior. While Debbie Webster thrives with her latest venture, James Bailey spots Brody Michaelis involved in mischief. In addition, George Shuttleworth confesses he has romantic interest in Christina Boyd, yet could it all be too perfect for him to trust? And manipulative Tracy Barlow keeps exploiting a recently uncovered scandal. Number 1, will Carla Connor and Lisa Swain finally get engaged? An anxious Carla turns to Becky Swain, seeking her approval before asking Lisa the big question, and Becky encourages her that it's the right move. Carla sets up a romantic scene in the garden of their new house and guides Lisa outdoors. However, it seems the surprise doesn't go smoothly, as Becky later explains to Lisa how Carla's proposal went wrong. Afterwards, Lisa shares with her daughter that she has her own intentions in mind. Will the pair officially become engaged, and which one will take the first step? Number 2, will Becky Swain mystery be solved as Tia Wardley arrives amid Evelyn Plummer's gate crashing? Kit Green informs Lisa that Logan Radcliffe's uncle has been taken into custody, and Lisa recalls that Logan once misled Carla about a woman named Tia Wardley. Shocked, Kit contacts the prison and discovers Logan was placed in isolation for fighting shortly after Carla's visit. Kit then searches Logan and Tia's names on the computer, but what secrets will appear? As the week unfolds, D.I. Costello questions Lisa about her evening activities, leaving Kit wary. While Lisa and Carla host a dinner gathering, Evelyn Plummer unexpectedly shows up and decides to join in. During the event at the bistro, a stranger arrives and introduces herself to Lisa and Carla as Tia Wardley, hinting that she's the person they've been searching for. But who exactly is Tia, and what connection does she have to Lisa's late wife, Becky? Number 3. Todd Grimshaw is shaken as Theo Silverton threatens Billy Mayhew. Todd vows to Theo that he'll keep his distance from Billy Mayhew, while Theo heads into a mediation meeting and is rattled to find Danielle Silverton has brought Noah Headley along. Noah provokes Theo and a heated argument breaks out, and when Theo returns home, he's livid to learn that Todd is at the Rovers with Billy. Seething with anger, Theo pours himself some brandy, and what follows leaves Todd deeply unsettled. Todd later excuses Theo's erratic behavior to Sarah Platt, blaming family pressures in his past, but Sarah recognizes the toll it's taking on him. When Theo spots a photo of Todd and Sarah together in the pub, his rage explodes, and he lashes out with threats when Billy approaches him. Theo then claims to Billy that he's planning to see a counselor, prompting Billy to advise Todd to show some patience, leaving Todd startled by the revelation of therapy. Yet when Theo later admits to Gary Windus that he couldn't actually bring himself to attend, is it simply a ploy to tighten his grip over Todd? Number 4. Debbie Webster takes charge of the local dementia choir. Glenda Shuttleworth passes Debbie a flyer about the dementia choir, but Debbie isn't very interested. Glenda encourages her to give it a try, and Debbie eventually seems to come around. Before long, Debbie is enthusiastic about attending her next choir meeting, but when she speaks to the group and insists they must raise their standards, adding that she's the perfect person to lead them, has she overstepped the mark? Or could this actually be the project Debbie needs as she adjusts to her changing circumstances? Number 5. James Bailey catches thieving Brody Michaelis and Dylan Wilson in the act. Carl Webster orders Brody and Dylan Wilson to look into luxury vehicles that would be easy targets for theft. Brody later informs Carl that he and Dylan plan to snatch some cars that very day and earn quick cash. However, Dylan grows uneasy, and just as he and Brody attempt to break into a vehicle, James spots them in the act. Will James alert the authorities? And with feelings beginning to develop between Dylan and Betsy, Is he endangering both a budding romance and his own future freedom? Number 6. George Shuttleworth dates Christina Boyd, but can she be trusted? Love-struck Jenny Connor once again apologizes to George and gazes at him longingly. George later opens up to Christina, admitting he's received a message from his former partner, Eileen Grimshaw, and Christina suggests they grab a drink together. As Christina laughs at his jokes, George barely acknowledges Jenny's attempts at conversation, but Glenda warns him that Christina may not be trustworthy. George chuckles when Glenda points out that Jenny has feelings for him too, but after Dom's funeral, he confesses to Christina that he likes her, and she admits she feels the same. However, when Christina goes to pay and her bank card is rejected, she breaks down in tears. Could Christina be deceiving George? Note 7. Tracy Barlow makes new blackmail demand. Tracy pushes Carl to hand over her payoff for keeping quiet about his fling with Abby Webster. She then takes a swipe at Kevin Webster with cruel comments. Debbie, who overhears the exchange, is left seething. Will Debbie put the pieces together about what's really happening? Coronation Street fans all share the same theory as they foresee a heartbreaking death storyline. During Monday's episode of Coronation Street, viewers watched Asha Alahan break down after a particularly stressful shift as a trainee paramedic. The latest installment gave ITV audiences a glimpse into the demanding and often emotional challenges Asha faces while on duty. Life on the cobbles is proving tough for the Weatherfield resident, especially with her twin brother, Adi Alahan, preparing to move to India. Yet he may not be the only one departing the street. As one cast member hinted, they would miss working alongside a certain co-star. In this special point of view episode, viewers saw Asha save a man's life, only to later discover he didn't survive, assist an elderly woman who had fallen, and care for a child in an ambulance. However, it was her confrontation with a drunken woman who was racially abusive, spat at her, and hurled a glass bottle at the vehicle that appeared to push Asha to her breaking point, according to Leicestershire Live. At her brother's farewell party, Asha stepped outside and suffered a panic attack, frozen as flashbacks played across the screen. Although she reassured Gemma Winter that everything was fine, it was clear that Asha was struggling. Later that night, she went home and cried while recording a message for Adi, begging him not to leave. When Adi eventually listened to the note, it seemed as if Asha had re-recorded it, possibly to avoid worrying him before his departure. Some fans hope Adi will sense something is wrong and decide to stay in Weatherfield, while others fear a tragic outcome may be imminent. One viewer wrote on social media, "Does Adi stay and get killed off #Corrie?" Another added, "I've got a horrible feeling something terrible is going to happen to Adi." A third fan commented, "Asha's emotional voice note makes me think he's going to get killed off." Others speculated, are they really going to kill Adi off after that voice note? Earlier this year, Adam Hussein, who plays Adi, confirmed his exit from the show via social media. In April, he shared, "I guess the secret's out. As some of you may have heard, I will be leaving Coronation Street for new opportunities." Coronation Street continues to air on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV1, and episodes are also available on ITVX and YouTube.